Good morning. It's Monday Mornings with Mel, and I am here today on January 13th and sharing with you a card that I've pulled for all of you to hear, for those of you that it seems to line up with. And the card is called the Light Field. These are Alana Fairchild's Love Journey cards. And what I'm seeing is that there is a lot of news being thrown out into the air. It's like I can see people with, trumpets, like what we would think of as page boys back in the day. And I see them sending out messages out into the universe for us. And at the same time, I see a lot of the population, the world population, especially I'm going to say in North America, because that's where I'm located, sitting with their head down and not really hearing or paying attention. And I think that for us to be able to really know what's going on, we need to hear everything that is being put out into the realms of our universe, and certainly into our media and the places where we're listening, whether that be on YouTube or podcasts, whatever it is that you're hearing. And that we are on a bridge. We're at a point on the bridge where we're not quite in the center. We're still kind of climbing up, but we're almost in the center. And we're sitting in this place, and we're not sure what's ahead of us. We're not sure if there's cracks in the road. We can't really tell. And so we have kind of plumped down, afraid to move forward, afraid to go backwards, afraid to do it. No, you're not even afraid, actually just so confused we don't really know for sure what we are to believe and what is happening and what is going on. All we know is that it feels like, and if you can see all the rays and the things there's just so much to take in. There's so much from so many sources and from so many different directions that we don't know what to listen to. So here's what I really encourage you to do, whether this be at work or at home that you're feeling this, or in all of the goings on in our countries right now, and the war battles that are happening, and all the things, the royal family splitting up and part of them moving into British Columbia and Canada. And there is a lot going on, and we're not sure what to listen to. And we hear all about the fake news. Well, each side's calling the other side fake, so what does that really mean? Who's real, who's not? And those are the dilemmas that we are facing. And there's a lot of light fields going on. So what does that mean for you and for me? As many people as there are in this world, there is ideas. And I think what has to happen for each and every person is that you need to research. So when you have a question, type that question in. And don't be afraid to go deep. Go to the 13th and the 18th page to see what you might consider the weirdos are saying, or the people who are a little bit off, or maybe think differently than you. Don't be afraid to listen to both sides. That's how you learn. That's how you become someone who can discern. And you have to figure out what feels right, not just what pleases you and what stops your fear. That's not necessarily right, because we'll get told a lot of things that aren't real and aren't right. And they really just keep us in that illusion and delusion that we're being kept safe or protected. That's not necessarily the case. There is much that goes on in the world that you and I are unaware of. And so don't be afraid to search. Don't be afraid to look. And you trust that you can, if you begin to exercise your discernment, that muscle of your discernment and your heart connected, you will begin to feel the light and feel what is right and what seems to make sense. And you'll know, because it'll jiggle and niggle when it's not quite right. And so you'll know if you start to practice that. There is much going on, much in the atmosphere. Is that right? In the realms, the ethereal realms. And I really encourage you to take the time and listen and experience so that you can know whether to go on this bridge, to turn around, or to wait a little longer to hear what it is that you want to learn. Thank you so much. Have a great week. We'll talk next Monday, unless it's sooner. Bye for now.